It's time for an adventure. All right, now listen to me. I need everybody to stop what you're doing. Put down that remote, step away from that laundry basket. I'm talking to you. Are you tired of the same old, same old? Are you looking for a city with some real flavor, some real soul, some real get up and go? Well, let me tell you something. You need to pack your bags and get yourself to Chicago. This ain't just some city, y'all. This is an experience waiting to happen. It's a place where every street corner has a story, and every deep dish pizza slice is a slice of heaven. We're talking about a city that will grab you, shake you up, and make you feel alive. Now, you might think you know Chicago. You've seen it in the movies, right? The big buildings, the L train rumbling overhead. But that's just the postcard version. Now, let's get into the history, because you can't understand where you're going if you don't know where you've been. Chicago wasn't always this grand metropolis. Nah, man. It started out as a swampy, muddy patch of land. We're talking about a place folks looked at and said, ain't nothing ever gonna come of this. It was the underdog from day one. But what did Chicago do? It hustled. It became a trading post, a hub, a place where things happened. It connected the east to the west. Before you knew it, this little swamp town was booming. Then, disaster struck. In 1871, the Great Chicago Fire happened, and when I say fire, I mean the whole city went up in smoke. Everything. Gone. People lost their homes, their businesses, their entire lives. Most places would have given up. But this is Chicago. The day after the fire, people were already rebuilding. They looked at that pile of ash and didn't see an ending. They saw a blank canvas. They saw an opportunity to build something bigger, better, stronger than ever before. That's the Chicago spirit. The fire forged the city's identity. It gave birth to a city willing to take risks and think big. This is where the skyscraper was born. They built a new kind of city reaching for the sky. Then it built a masterpiece. That's a story that preaches itself. Man, you can't talk about Chicago without talking about the architecture. Stop on a street corner, tilt your head back, look up. It's like a museum in the open air. After that big fire, the world's best architects came here to play. They had a whole city to design. They did not hold back. This is where they invented the skyscraper, that steel frame magic that let buildings climb higher than ever before. You're walking through history here. The Willis Tower, we used to call it the Sears Tower, standing tall like a proud papa. These buildings aren't just concrete and glass. They've got personality. Each one tells a story about the time it was built. Wrigley Building, old school elegance, lit up like a wedding cake at night. John Hancock Center, sleek and modern, dark exterior with big X's. It means business. Old, new, classic, bold. A family portrait of American design. Every member a superstar. The best way to see it all. Architectural boat tour on the Chicago River. Glide down the river. Guides who know their stuff. They'll point out buildings and tell you stories you would never have known. More than places to work or live. They are works of art. Sculptures on a massive scale. Woven into daily life. It's the backdrop to everything. A reminder this city dared to dream big and build bigger. So do yourself a favor. Look up. Now, downtown is impressive, don't get me wrong, but if you want to find the real beating heart of Chicago, you have to get out into the neighborhoods. This city is a beautiful mosaic of different communities, each with its own vibe and flavor. There are 77 of them, y'all. Exploring them is where you find the true soul of Chi-Town. It's like visiting a bunch of different little towns inside one big city. You can spend a whole day in one neighborhood and feel like you've traveled somewhere completely new. Wicker Park, Bucktown, funky boutiques, art galleries, coffee shops. Pilsen, the murals on the buildings alone are worth the trip. So much color and life. And the food? Don't even get me started on the tacos. It feels like a celebration on every street. These neighborhoods are where real Chicagoans live, work, and play. Lincoln Park, tree-lined streets, the huge park itself, and that free zoo. A free zoo. Can you believe that? Or head north to Andersonville, which has this proud Swedish heritage and a main street full of charming, independent shops. It feels cozy and welcoming, like a big hug from a city. Each one of these places has its own story, passed down through generations. You can feel the history and the pride the residents have for their little corner of Chicago. This is what makes Chicago so special. It's a big, world-class city, but it feels small at the same time. You can find your community here. You can find your spot. People say hello on the street. They know their local butcher, their local baker. So when you visit, don't just stay downtown. Hop on the L train, pick a neighborhood, and just go wander. I promise you, that's where you'll find the real magic of Chicago. All right, let's talk about the soul of the city. Chicago ain't just about tall buildings and history. This city knows how to have a good time. The culture here is rich, deep, and full of life. It's a world-class stage for art, music, and theater. You can feel that creative energy everywhere you go. Let's start with the art. You can't miss it. Right in the middle of downtown, you've got the Bean. Its real name is Cloud Gate, where everybody's taking pictures. And then there's the Picasso statue, a giant, abstract sculpture that makes you stop and think. This city puts art right out on the street for everyone to enjoy. And the music. Oh, the music. Chicago is the undisputed home of the blues. You can go to legendary clubs like Buddy Guy's Legends and hear music that will stir your soul. It's that raw, powerful, gut bucket blues that was born right here from the Great Migration. But it ain't just blues. This is the birthplace of house music. That beat that makes you want to dance all night long, and the jazz scene is second to none. On any given night, you can find world-class musicians playing in intimate little clubs. Music is in the city's blood. Then there are the festivals. You've got Lollapalooza in Grant Park, where hundreds of thousands of people come to see the biggest bands in the world. There are neighborhood street fests every single weekend, celebrating everything from local food to local art. And we haven't even touched on the theater scene. Chicago's theater is legendary. Companies like Steppenwolf and the Second City, where comedians like Tina Fey and Steve Carell got their start, are institutions. So whether you want to laugh, cry, or just be amazed, Chicago's stages have something for you. It's a city that will entertain you, move you, and inspire you. All right, now we got to talk about the food. And let me be clear, when you come to Chicago, you leave your diet at home. You just forget about it. Because this city is a powerhouse of deliciousness, and you need to experience it all. First things first, we have to address the king. Deep dish pizza. This ain't your floppy, foldable New York slice. No, sir, this is a culinary event. Fortress of cheese, mountain of toppings, river of sauce, thick, buttery crust. You need a knife and fork for this thing. It's a commitment, and it's one you'll be glad you made. But Chicago food is so much more than just pizza. Let's talk about the Chicago-style hot dog. This is a work of art, a symphony of flavors on a poppy seed bun. It's an all-beef hot dog, yellow mustard, chopped white onions, bright green sweet pickle relish, dill pickle spear, tomato slices or wedges, pickled sport peppers, dash of celery salt. And listen to me now, here is the most important rule. Absolutely, positively, no ketchup. Don't even think about it. Don't even look at a bottle of ketchup. Just trust me on this one. The street food game here is strong, y'all. You have to try an Italian beef sandwich, thinly sliced roast beef, soaked in au jus, piled high on an Italian roll, dunked, dipped or wet. Yeah, it's messy. You're gonna need about 20 napkins, but it is so worth it. And then there are things like the Jibarito, a sandwich that uses fried plantains instead of bread. This city is full of delicious, creative food that reflects its diverse communities. This is food that feeds your stomach and your soul. So come hungry. Seriously. Last but not least, let's talk about sports. Because in Chicago, sports aren't just a game, they're a religion. Passionate, loyal, loud. It doesn't matter what the season is, there's always a team to root for. The whole city gets behind its teams. It's a shared passion that brings everyone together. Banker downtown, firefighter on the south side. When a Chicago team is playing, the whole city is watching, and you can feel the energy in the air. It's a beautiful thing. Of course, you've got the two baseball teams that divide the city in the best way possible. On the north side, you've got the Cubs playing at historic Wrigley Field. Wrigleyville on game day is an experience in itself. The ivy on the walls, the old school scoreboard, the whole neighborhood turning into one big tailgate party. It's pure baseball magic. Then on the south side, you've got the White Sox. They're the gritty, hard-working team with a fiercely loyal fan base. The rivalry is real, but it's a family rivalry. It's all love at the end of the day. When winter rolls around, all eyes turn to the Chicago Bulls at the United Center. This is the house that Michael Jordan built, and that legacy lives on. And you can't forget about the Chicago Blackhawks. This is an original six hockey team, and the fans are absolutely wild. And of course, there's Da Bears. People brave the wind and the cold at Soldier Field right on the lakefront to cheer on their team. It's more than just watching athletes play. It's about being part of a community, part of a tradition, and feeling the incredible heartbeat of a city that loves its teams with all it's got. It's a key part of the Chicago experience.